Hi guys, and welcome back to Sammy's kitchen. Today we are making rosemary and thyme infused roasted lamb chops. So for this favourite of mine, I'm going to show you the ingredients you'll need to make it. A kilo of lamb chops, an assortment of onions which include regular white home cooking onions, banana shallots and baby onions. Each of the onions do give a different flavour profile. The regular white home cooking onions, they give a mild tangy taste. The banana shallots, they give a mild sweet flavour, and the baby onions, they have a mild sweet taste with a slight hint of garlic, which tastes lovely once they are roasted. You'll also need a lemon and a bulb of garlic. So here you can see I have chopped up the onions. I finely sliced the regular white home cooking onions, which are going to add a deep depth of flavour into the lamb chops. I'm going to keep the baby onions whole to add into the roasting tin. And with the banana shallots, I've just sliced them in half. And you will need 100 millilitres of vegetable oil, followed by 250 millilitres of cold water. Here I have 5 cloves of garlic, which I'm going to keep whole in the roasting tin, followed by 5 cloves of garlic which I have crushed. I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of salt, but you can use salt as per your taste, followed by 2 teaspoons of black pepper powder, which you can also use as per your taste, half a teaspoon of crushed red chilli flakes. Here I've got approximately 15 grams of finely chopped rosemary and the same amount of chopped thyme. Here I have 5 to 6 dried bird's eye chilies, which add a mild fruity flavour as well as heat. I have a bunch of rosemary, which give a lovely aroma of lemon and pine. It can be quite powerful, so just be careful not to use too much. And with the thyme here, it's got a lovely gentle flavour that blends beautifully with just about anything, and it has really earthy lemon and minty tones. So here I've got the lamb chops, and I'm going to start by adding my spices and oil. So the oil is going to act like an adhesive to the lamb chops for the spices to stick to the lamb chops. So in goes the crushed garlic. And that's going to be followed by the red chilli flakes. You can add more chilli if that is as per your taste. And that's going to be followed by the black pepper powder. Followed by the salt. And lastly, both the rosemary and thyme, which I've chopped finely. So next to the lamb chops, I'm going to add in the lemon juice, and that's going to give a lovely tangy taste to the lamb chops, and it will also aid in the maceration of the lamb chops. So I'm just going to give this all a really good mix. You can use your hands if you wish. I'm just going to give it a good mix with my spoon, so all the spices and oil are all dispersed lovely within the lamb chops. So here I've got the macerated lamb chops, which I've had in the fridge for about 2 hours. If you do have time, you can leave it overnight, and that will infuse the flavours further. So now I'm going to be adding the lamb chops into the roasting tin. So I'm going to add my onions, which is going to act as a bed of flavour for the lamb chops, and it will infuse all the lovely flavours into the lamb chops. So here I've created a bed of the home white onions, which I've finely sliced, and to this I'm going to be adding the lamb chops. here I've transferred all of the lamb chops to the roasting tin, and I'm just going to add on all the macerating juices, which will also add a lovely flavour to the lamb chops while they're roasting. So next I'm going to be adding in the whole cloves of garlic. Finally, I'm going to be adding in the dried red chillies, and that's going to add the lovely fruity flavour as well as giving heat. So next I'm just going to distribute all of my baby onions and banana shallots into the lamb chops to roast alongside them. So whilst the lamb chops are roasting, the onions will caramelise and release a really sweet and juicy flavour into the lamb chops, and they will also reduce in size, so don't be alarmed by adding them in whole, but you can also slice them if you wish. So lastly, I'm just going to add my water to the bed of the roasting tin, and that will ensure that the lamb chops are kept moist throughout cooking whilst they're in the oven. So just before I'm adding the roasting tin into the oven, I'm going to cover it with foil, and that will ensure that the lamb is kept moist throughout the cooking process. I'm going to pop it on gas mark 5, 200 degrees centigrade, and if you're using a fan oven, it's 180 degrees centigrade. Now I'm just going to add in the lamb chops to the oven. They are going to slow roast, so it will take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and also preference on how you like your lamb chops cooked. So here are the final lamb chops all cooked. The smell of thyme and rosemary is lovely, and I've served it with a side salad, some olives, and also some roast potatoes. I cooked it for 2 hours, the lamb chops, and the meat is falling off the bone. It's lovely and succulent. I hope you enjoy making the lamb chops. So these lamb chops are great for a starter, they're great for a main course served with couscous or a side salad. I really hope you enjoy making them, and you can substitute the recipe, use chicken or any roasting meat of your choice. This is dedicated to both Zara and Naman, who really enjoy lamb chops, and I hope they enjoy eating these and making them. So I hope you like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.